Conditionals and operators. OK. We have some conditionals in JavaScript, if and else, and switch. I never use switch. I just never do it. I don't know why. I do in PHP, but I don't in JavaScript. Typically in JavaScript, I use objects instead. I'll show you how you can do that. We have operators, right? Like for adding and subtracting and stuff like that. The plus operator works for concatenating, putting together strings, as well as for adding numbers, right? And so you can have weird problems, like when you have a string, like a string 1, 2 plus the number 3. You know what the result will be? 1, 2, 3. Right? So you would need to convert that string to a number before, to the number 12 before you added it to 3 if you really wanted to add those two. Okay, and then we have our logical operators. I put a couple of these in blue and bolded them. Do you know what the difference is between the double equals and the triple equals? Does anybody know? Yes?
One test equivalence, the other test equivalence, including type.
That's right. That's right. Because there's, because you can have.
Auto cast for you.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. So, so two things can be equivalent but not be of the same type. And if you just use double equals, it'll, you might wind up with some surprising results. For example, if you were going to do something like this, if you're looking at the results of a form, right? Like if you're doing form validation or something like that, and you wanted to do, let's see, do I have anything here? This is my catch-all dump of stuff. So, like here, my. Oh,
just escape me.
Okay. Sorry about that. Hide. I'm looking for the hide thing. I'll just do that. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. So let's see. What is this element here? That is input with an ID of A. OK, cool. So let's see. I can do A, and I get that input. Let me clear that. Right. OK. Now I can get the value. OK. And if I want to say that equals an empty string, right? It's true, right? It's true. It equals an empty string, this one. That's good. That's good. That's as it should be. Whoops. OK. So what happens if I put the number 0 in there? And why does it look so hideous? There we go. What if I put the number 0 in there? And I clear this. Well, that stinks. What happens? Rats. Right, because I know why. Because it gets it as a string, right? So what happens if I do this? That's true. Okay. So if I convert this to a number, and I say it's equal to an empty string, yeah, it is. Because they're both falsy, right? They're both falsy values. They're not like false like the Boolean false, but 0 is falsy, and so is an empty string, and so they're equivalent, right? Even though they're not the same type. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah. So I just used the unary operator, the plus there, to convert that to a number. But you could do this too, the value times 1, and that would convert it. Or I could do like parse float or something like that too. There are a number of ways to convert strings to numbers. All right, back to our program. OK. OK, and then we have the bang, which is for not, double ampersand for and double pipe for or, right? There are no textual equivalents, like you can't do capital O, capital R for or, like you can in some languages, right?